I just thought I would go on an impromptu live to do my nails. This was my 4th of July manicure, and I'm ready to do something new. I thought I would take this polish off and then paint my nails. When I'm taking polish off, I like to use Zoya Remove Plus. Also, I have my Dazzle Dry base coat warming in a cup of water over here on the side. You have to do that before you use, the Dazzle Dry base coat. You have to warm it up. So notice how my nails are, like the whites of my nails are still really, really white. I have polish on 24/7. I never go without. And the whites of my nails are still white. And it's because I exclusively only wear Dazzle Dry. In that formulation, one of the things that I really love about it is formulated without nitrocellulose, which is believed to be the chemical that stains your nails. Just clean up my nails a little bit. Just making sure everything is nice and smooth. I tend to not every once in a while I'll do like a pretty big reshaping of my nails, but for the most part, I'm very conservative with the filing. This is base coat. Notice it's completely clear. Your base coat needs to be completely clear before you go to use it on your nails. This base coat she's special. She needs a little extra attention. She needs to be warmed up, and also you cannot put any thinner, or Dazzle Dry calls their polish thinner Revive. You do not put Revive in your base coat. It will ruin your base coat. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna go around and make sure my cuticles are pushed back. Really, this would probably be easier if I just used some cuticle remover. Every once in a while, I will use Sally Hansen cuticle remover just to really get all the cuticle off my nails. I don't need to do it very often though. Dana Heron says, how do you warm it up with the base coat? I just put it in a cup of warm water, just slightly warmer than, like bath water. Or I guess depends on how hot your bath water is, but nothing too crazy hot, just, a little warmer than warm. And your base coat will go clear really quickly. Also, this is a little tip. I've done this and I've heard other people do this too. They put their bottle of base coat in their bra and let their body heat warm it up. So the base is pretty watery. I like to make sure I get pretty much as much of the nail as I can without flooding anything, and I also cap the tip to make sure everything is gonna stick as long as possible. This is the Ridge Filler, and it can get really, really thick. Do you see those beads in the bottle? You want to make sure that they're moving really freely and that they're not getting all gummed up and really, really thick polish. Also, another way to test it, this might not show with this current camera angle, but you're gonna get quite a bit of product on your brush and then just pull it straight out of the bottle. And if you get a couple really easy drops off the brush, you can kind of test the consistency. This one's kind of a little bit thin or not thick, but not thin, but thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Revive. And Revive is Dazzle Dry's, it's a thinner, and it's for top coat and nail lacquers, and also the Ridge Filler. Dazzle Dry recommends only using, I think, 6 to 8 drops to try to get the consistency of your polish back to where you want it. But I find that is always too little. And it's easier to add too much and just leave the cap off your bottle for a bit. And then, than it is to having to put 5 million drops in your polish bottle. Okay, my Revive is at the bottom, but I'm at the very tail end of my bottle of Revive. So I'm just going to put in, I don't know, that was quite a few drops. Let's hope that's enough. I'm at the bottom of this bottle. But you put the Revive into your polish, close it up tight, and then you're just going to roll it. You're just going to slowly roll it, and it will start to mix that Revive into the existing polish in the bottle, and it will start to go back to a really good consistency. I'm just going to sit here and roll this for a little bit while my base coat dries. The base coat's probably dry at this point. Yeah, it's good at this point, but I'm just going to keep rolling this. You don't want to shake it. Shaking it will introduce bubbles. So just roll the polish. You do this for your top coat or your color as well. All right, so I'm just putting on the Transform. So when I applied the Transform, I also cap the edges. Transform. You have to wait 5 minutes. So I'm just going to use my phone here and put a little timer on for 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
I'm on my second layer of Transform at this point. I'm going to start my 5-minute timer.
5 minutes later.
All right, like I said, we're using the color Fantasy. It's this nice bright pink. It's really, really pretty. Oh, that's a really pretty color. So I generally try to have like as smooth an application as possible, just to cut down on any cleanup. Because of that, I tend to not have my polish like super, super close to my skin. Got a little bloop there coming down. I don't mind having just a little bit of space between the polish and my skin. I think it works okay. All right, we're gonna do one more layer. I can just see a tiny bit of a lightness right at the tip of my nail. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but it's just a tiny bit lighter. So I am going to do another coat. And then I'm gonna do just a little bit of cleanup. Generally on my second layer of color, I don't cap the nails because I've already done that underneath. And I don't want the tip of the nail to get like super bulky or something, you know? Just depends. And I'm going to clean up around my nails. Like for the most part, there's just a couple little spots here on that. Clean that up. So just coming up and just like very gently kind of smoothing out any of those areas that are a little wobbly. All right, let's go in for a top coat. So top coat, all right, my top coat, it happens to be a pretty new bottle, so it's a really good consistency right now. Start painting my top coat. Oh, and it's so pretty once it brings back that gloss. I love it so much. All right, I'm going to go back and I'm doing a second coat of top coat immediately after the first. I find, I mean, generally one top coat is fine. You don't need to do two technically. But I thought that the top coat lost its shine after a couple of days when I only had one top coat. So I heard online like, hey, do 2 coats and it'll keep the shine longer. And sure enough, that's all it needed. All right, so here's what the nails look like all finished. Without cuticle oil on, my skin is kind of dry from the acetone being around it, but looks pretty good. And I'm going to change my timer to 20 minutes. Don't go do anything crazy with your hands for 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
Oh, my nails at this point, they've been drying for almost 20 minutes. They're nearly completely dry. That is the joy of Dazzle Dry.